Hola.
Tú, cuando me he ido me estaba tumbado en la cama y ahora estoy aquí en la nave que no funciona. Volando.
Yo lo he quitado, ya.
Ha petado. Ahora. No, ya está. ¿Por qué lo has quitado? ¿Te ha pasado algo?
Se ha cabreado.
Pues lo de siempre.
¿Una caja o algo?
Sí, ya me he quitado.
Te lo he dicho, tío, no hagas cajitas, que no... Es lo que más frustra, tío.
Qué frustración.
Se ha enfadado con la cajita.
La cajita.
A ver.
All right, coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. And this was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers.
La casitos.
La cajita, cuervo.
¿Y dónde estás? ¿Estás durmiendo en el cuerpo otra vez?
¿Quién, yo?
Sí.
Estoy en Kansas.
En Kansas City. Jugando en la NFL.
Los Steelers versus Kansas.
Vas a perder, ¿a que sí?
No, ayer gané 32 a...
Aquí game. Me voy a pirar, me voy a la feria náutica. A ver,
Venga,
partidas.
Cómprate uno. Para que haga lujo, para casa.
Dos. Que uno, si es pequeño, prefiero dos.
Pues si es de juguete, mejor dos, sí.
Claro.
Para que haya más lujo.
Y abundancia y redundancia.
¿Me oís, no? ¿No me oís? De hecho. Gracias. Gracias por todo. No, porque os he conectado a la tablet. Y así. Que nada, tía, que si no sale. Así puedo decir, voy hablando en el directo o no. Sí, voy a hacer. Para empezar, el kickoff es una mierda no se ve nada. Mierda. En directo. Al pepino le pedí. Bueno, defensa. Pincha.
As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions.
No, touchdown
passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Es que he encontrado.
Mahomes now on first down.
Toma. Sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator,
Willie.
see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Vamos. Tengo que pensar.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here.
No, pero en
17
medio.
yards to go on second down.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Pase.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Conley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
To return, it's Cam Sutton. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a man who's becoming an elder statesman among quarterbacks in the league, drafted back in 2004. It's Ben Roethlisberger.
And when you just sit and look at the raw numbers, you actually kick back and nod in appreciation about the career Ben Roethlisberger has had. Went over 50,000 passing yards last year, 8th all-time. But what he wants more than anything, one more run at the Super Bowl where he's won twice previously.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he stopped immediately there. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
A big reason this team led the league in offense, their offensive line. Monster strength. 3 Pro Bowlers last year in Alejandro Villanueva, David DeCastro, and Marquise Pouncey. Kept their quarterbacks upright to throw it downfield and carved a lot of holes for their runners.
Segundo y 10. O sea,
on 2nd down, it's Bell. Oh, and now some space to operate. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big run that time by Bell. 49 yards.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the 1st. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
We got three, fellas, we got 3. Start! Like 80!
Now Roethlisberger. That is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score.
touchdown.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And for them a touchdown their last goal.
El barco que cogiste.
They'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Here's the carry for the former Dolphin. It's Damian Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage. And he goes down right there. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. And the offense on the field for the first time today, and they were high-powered a week ago.
And they're beginning to believe that they've established a groove. They expect those type of performances each and every week. Running it, throwing it, they're precise.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Amaro's got it, left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now a look at the defensive starters here for the Steelers. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. A pretty nice effort.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Blue 45. Blue.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And able to find Conley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Mahomes now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. That is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Mahomes to throw once more. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
On fourth down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Or you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Reggie Ragland. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
Cómo duele el sack.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
They should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Breaks through the contact. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Roethlisberger will throw. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
A ver si abrimos hueco por aquí. Vamos allá.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well.
Vamos a hacer trabajar al fullback.
We always talk about the best performers do their
Yo creo que
job
es la
when the
primera
lights
vez que
come on.
corre.
I think he likes natural light best.
Vamos, chote.
Here's the fullback. This is Roosevelt Nick.
Sigue.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Hostia, tiro para adelante, tío, cuando quiero entrar.
Moves the chains.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Oh, and now he pulls throws it, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
Well, without a doubt, all credit's got to go to the runner. Found his way into the end zone, but the defensive guys just not wrapping up well when they try to tackle him.
And that's the thing. You've got to wrap up. A lot of times these days you see guys, they just want to go as hard as they can and throw their body at somebody. That's not old school football, though.
No, old school football is fundamentals. Wrapping up, locking your hands, and trying to get him on the ground.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Has the advantage.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Where takes the give from Mahomes. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get
Hola, Draco. ¿Qué pasa?
very, very well. What a nice
Buena.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Blue, 45.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try
Tercera y 11. O sea, solo aquí un pase.
Unfortunately,
Por el 3 este.
but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on
I
it.
think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Green. Blue, 45. Blue, 45.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going to launch this thing way down. Trying to find his tight end, Kelce, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So possession changes hands on the final play of the 1st quarter. 14-7 is the score.
Interception.
EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
Mira mis caras, mis
NFL
público.
on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception.
Vamos a ir a lo sencillito. Primero carrera.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Blue, 30.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Tenemos X y B.
Set. Like 80.
Voy a por el ground, que es esto de...
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving
Volvemos a
yards a
carrera.
year ago, and a 1st down.
And that's the first mark on the stat sheet for the 4-time first-team All-Pro. How about this? Over 1,000 yards 6 times in his career, and just 2 yards away. In 2013, of being over 15
Esta me gusta,
yards in 4 of his last
la
5 seasons.
Strix. Que running
Roethlisberger
back.
coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's a
Running back
perfect
muchas
6
veces
for
es el
6 here to start the ball game. Now Roethlisberger. This is
Ah,
Bell.
no sido caso.
And now running right through it. And that play will go
Ay,
nowhere.
la
Losing
mierda.
yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss
Segundo y
of 2
12.
there, bringing out
Vale.
2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and
Necesito un
catch, but
pase
even with that
corto.
completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Atrás. Esta.
2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now it's Roethlisberger. Out to his left.
Bueno,
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
On any given
vamos a
match,
carrera otra
you
vez.
never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Puedo darle un poco más de power. X.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs
A ver si el
territory
fútbol que empuja un
as they're
poquito.
down to the
Desde un agujerito.
29-yard line.
Vamos.
Now Roethlisberger with a hand to Bell. And he'll be brought down
¿Qué
at
haces
about
ahí,
the
tú?
25
Abrazada no sé
pick
quién.
up a 4.
Tonto.
And a look at Bell, who remains down after that play. Appears to have
Ándate.
gotten shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
¿Quién es Bell? Vale, pues vamos bien. Vale. Soy 6. A X. Vamos a asegurar el gol. Sí, hombre, es la primera que coge. Que juega. Vamos. Mira, sí.
First carry for James
Salta.
Conner.
Salta, salta, empuja. Ojo.
He'll go, and he's in.
Oh.
Touchdown, Steelers.
Pues es la primera que juega este tío. ¿Quién es?
His first
Milston.
touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Una celebración.
And there he had to
No
break
pone.
multiple tackles to earn that touchdown. Bottom line, he earned that touchdown.
Indeed, he did. That was pretty much a get off of me run and all the way into the end zone.
Sí, ¿qué voy a hacer con eso? A ver,
Extra point
puede
now
que
by
más se ven.
Boswell.
Es por las 3 pantallas. Estoy jodido.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. That time a 6-play drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off.
A la izquierda.
Boswell
Que siempre se
on
queda
to
muy
kick
largo, lo
this
veo
one
más
away.
corto, a ver. Ahora ahí. Ya.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be
Forzamos
stopped
un
just
saco.
shy of the 30-yard
Hay
line.
un saco. Hombre.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And how does he rally the troops,
A
so to
ver.
speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
Esa.
To make sure they
Hombre,
understand it's not a me game,
Yes.
it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself,
Hombre.
and find a way to
Pues
make some
van a ir
plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
La verdad, en defensa cuando te... Si lo quieres perseguir, lo tienes más mal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
No hace falta.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Gives the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid game on that play.
Ahí. ¿Jugada? Sí, visitero. Sí, no. Defensa en zona.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Holding.
Offense.
Segundo y 16 o touchdowns. Pues... Segundo de 16. Vamos a hacer zona porque ahora tiene... 16 tiene que hacer zona.
Now they face a second and long following the holding
Segundo y largo.
They'll run it with West.
Vamos.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Tercero y 17.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a run game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he's going to drop this off to Williams. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half. A touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They go play action here on first down. And that's complete to Jesse James. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route was extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And they bring it to the one just shy of midfield. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there. That'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Roethlisberger will hand a counter. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
¡Ey! Bielas. Estoy aquí hablando.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Sí. ¿Qué hago?
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder coming up at halftime, the coach is back. He made it through the first weekend. That's the good news, and he's going to regale you with stats and scores from around the NFL here in the early games in Week 2.
You think he questioned coming back for Week 2, having to work with us?
Bueno, 2 minutos. O sea que vamos a tirar de. Quiero saber yo cómo se. Botón del sprint.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now it's counter. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a yard on the run there. That's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball.
Voy a decir al fullback que coge. A ver dónde está. Este.
Lead to a 1st down gain. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think of it, the fullback's probably get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there, handed to their big guy to pick up a 1st down.
On the give, this is their fullback. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that's tough duty for a strong safety because truly he's a hybrid type player. A pass defender, which makes him more of a defensive back, but really his tackling ability is like a linebacker. So they don't mind coming up and taking those guys on, but that's a tough task there, taking on the big fella.
A ver, estamos en la yarda 21. Yarda 20. Bueno, a ver. Un pase un poco. Me ha ido lo del. Se me ha ido lo del. Estoy mirando la X. Una que va hacia afuera.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. On the move to his left.
Vamos. Ay, tenía que haber salido. Me cago en la leche. Queda un tiempo, ¿no? Sí.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock.
Estamos cerca. Pero tengo que hacerlo todo con. ¿Cuánto estoy? Luego, yarda 3. Tengo que quitarlo. Me queda un tiempo muerto. Intentar entrar con él.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Voy a ver un botón y no tengo ni idea cuál es. ¿Por qué? Life spin, no sé qué. Custom recovery. Sprint RT. Ah, es el de abajo. Sprint y protectable, vale. Sting y después con el de abajo. Hace tan. Antes jugaba la Play. El ordenador y el mando este es del Xbox.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Vamos allá. Vamos a sacarla porque espero que no. Que si corre el tiempo no la cogen. Ya corre el tiempo. A ver si vamos para atrás. Big time. ¿Qué formaciones?
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in week 2. We'll begin down in...
Ay, ay, ay. Es que tengo un pedazo de chat aquí que no. Espérate un momento. A ver. Lo tenía que haber preparado antes, pero bueno. ¿Qué habéis hablado? Vale. Estamos.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Sutton now to return. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And now running right through it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Now an
A ver, ¿cómo se puede lesionar tanto? Es el segundo que se me lesiona. Play action.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for... It's caught inside the 25.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
De novato.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down.
Vamos a ver si le damos otra vez. Se va a meter por detrás de la defensa por en medio. La libre,
That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat.
Fíjate, tío.
A chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
¿Se lo repite?
Here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Bien, 9 lesionado. Un español que tenemos, sí. Lesionado. Bueno, online. A ver, por aquí, ¿para dónde?
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
He'll get it up the middle. It's a pick
No sé por qué se puede empujar para la izquierda si estoy apuntando para la derecha.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and
A ver el taller, a ver qué hace. A ver si le puedo tirar con ahorita.
Here's Roethlisberger.
Well,
almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting 8 to 10. Kind of a start opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. McConnelly's got it over the middle. And caught it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball,
un cambio,
guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Se lo daba a Macana.
Incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And this one is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Este playa
this
sufre.
great starting field position, a real threat. This is
Vamos a mirar el taller a ver si me le griega.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger.
¡Hostia!
And that will be incomplete as well. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it. Precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Yeah, parece que viene.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Green, 90. Green, 90.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, you got 3 down. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. 98.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He's got his man on the comebacker. That's Watkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And Watkins, you see him there, still down and slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now West. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And this time he's able to take it
Bueno, vamos allá.
Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, guys, check me out. Ready! Green, 90! Green, 90! Watch 32!
On the ground, this is Ware. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Rolling to his right. There he goes inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go now.
On 2nd down, Williams. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Working from the gun, Mahomes gets this one to Hill. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4.
Bah, no me fío yo.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the kick by Butker is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
He's up across the 25 and down at the 20.
No sé por qué tengo el joystick de la derecha que me ha hecho la pirula esta. A ver qué estoy pidiendo. Silverback. Ah, tenemos los corredores jodidos,
You have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? And rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
Stephen Ridley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Back to the ground. It's Ridley again. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They moved the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
pasado?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Jordan Berry now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Shifts by him. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting up field and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better.
And he comes back with one complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Uncover. Pero hombre. Me da miedo esto. Hombre.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Yeah.
And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Cuando se lo ha caído. Ahora. Sí, pero...
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
On the left side, it's McDonald. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Still throwing the foot.
Spacing. ¿Qué es esto? Ah, mira. Al B.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Está ahí en la. Vamos a mirar. A fijarnos si vemos que está solo.
Ben to throw again. This will be about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. To throw again is Roethlisberger. It is caught at the 7-yard line. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Roethlisberger keeps it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will extend this big lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Williams now on the return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for KC, 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Ready, blue 45, blue 45.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
This is Wells. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Ready, green 39.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. Hill's hit and he lost the football. The Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
And now out come the Steelers. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play on 3rd there for the Steelers. 63 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is where his eyes told him everything he needed to know. As a linebacker, when you're sitting at the 2nd level and you can see everything in front of you, that play just developed right in front of him, and he got there in a hurry and made a really nice play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
22. Let's go now. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this.
Double cross. Vamos allá.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. That's McDonald. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it.
Vamos a ver si se lo come.
Contract time.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he's now
Joder, pero sí que ha tardado en salirme la B. La opción.
And sometimes pride wins, doesn't it? Because, yes, they're getting steamrolled here right now. They're down big, and they're going to try a fake field goal against them. Yeah, I'm not supposed to root, but good for them for stopping that one and showing that they haven't given up on this game.
Yeah, I just can't believe, though, that they
march
it up that big. But like you said, kudos to the D.
Yeah, if the blood wasn't bad before,
it is now.
It might have started that way now.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going.
Hey, you got 3. Ready, blue 45, blue 45.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Now Brown. Brown with his stick skills. Still fighting. An excellent return that time. 26 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. And it was the Titans who were able to take home the victory. Marcus Mariota, 2 touchdown passes in the W. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. They've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Oh, Roethlisberger gonna throw. That's strong running. And that one incomplete as it stops the clock, reading 18 seconds to go.
He's an absolute oak tree in the pocket because he is so hard to get on the ground. Not as elusive as he used to be, but still, trying to get him down, tough for any defender. In that case, he's able to move just enough. Incomplete pass downfield.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Impresionante, ¿eh?
Looking like they're well underway to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. but guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt, the head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Boswell for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Williams to return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Ready, green, 39.
One final try from Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. It allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh,
Bueno,
it's a win here.
pues ya
Their
está.
home opener
Hasta aquí
as
se
they
acaba.
move to 2-0.
Nos vemos en el próximo.
They will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Hasta luego.
Meanwhile,
Chau,
for
chau, chau, chau.
Kansas City, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home.